It's a beautiful morning as we do continue on. I trust that the sun is already feeling your skin or the verse is true. As we continue on Morning at NTV, we want to focus on the conversations today, and some of our focal conversations are going to be around business, connecting businesses and also creating opportunities. Now, you've heard of these networks, you've heard of groups that actually, when you join them, you're guaranteed that you're not going to remain the same, especially as far as your business is concerned. This morning, we talk to such a network and find out exactly how it transforms people's businesses, makes them bigger, and allows them the opportunity to attract, to retain, as well as to sell more of themselves and what they are doing. I am Priscilla Regina Lugogo. Welcome to our business update. Now, when you look at the business update, we're focusing on the Business Network International Uganda that is hosting its inaugural BNI EXPO Uganda 2024, and they have decided to theme it under connecting businesses, creating opportunities. Now, this expo is set to be taking place at showgrounds at Lugogo on the 31st of May into the 1st of June. They are hoping to bring together over 200 exhibitors from 10 different countries. Now, that is Uganda, East Africa, and other countries that we'll be getting to know about. But from the horse's mouth, Diana Ninsiima Kibuuka, who is the National Director for the Business Network International, is here to elude us more details about, one, the network, then two, the expo, and how it actually benefits you. Good morning to you, Diana.
Good morning, Priscilla.
How are you?
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you two in our studios. Let's first start with Business Network International. What is it? What is its mandate? What do you do?
Thank you. Business Network International is a global organization which focuses on helping businesses across the globe grow through marketing, through referral marketing. In Uganda, it's actually been here for 9 years, so people call us the best kept secret. And we have over 8 groups and over 350 members. And what we do intentionally, purposefully, is support members in the groups to learn. First of all, there's the learning, there's the awareness. How do you network effectively for business growth? 2, give them tools on how you can actually go out and talk about your business to members in BNI and the public. And then 3, of course, support them to actually make those connections that every business needs. Connections on new business, connections on maintaining and sustaining existing businesses, and connections on creating value for your business.
Okay, Diana, the word business is very big. It could be business in, groundnut setting to oil and gas. Yes. So when you say business, are there focus sectors for you as BNI, or do you actually cater to all?
We do cater to all. So we do have manufacturers in BNI. We do have people in schools like Victoria Schools, Seroma Schools. We do have people selling products and services. And we do have importers, exporters, entrepreneurs. So long as you're in business and you're providing a service or product to a third party for value, and there's an exchange of value, what the environment that BNI creates is that, one, you're able to find linkages. So if we talk about the construction sector, you find a contractor, an interior decorator, finisher, tile, the actual person who's making the blocks and pavers. Now, this value chain together contributes to each other's success by opening up their opportunities for each other. When you look at a school like Victoria School, again, you find so many linkages with suppliers, but also with parents. And this whole value chain then creates value for the business. So all businesses across all sectors, in oil and gas, we have people in waste management in that kind of sector. We have people in cleaning, domestic and residential, but it captures anybody providing a service or product for value to a third party.
Okay, well, sounds very interesting and intriguing. You have over 300 subscribers, 8 groups. When you say 8 groups, what's the clustering for?
Right. So our very first group was started in 2015. Now, the importance of different groups is that each business in BNI can only be represented in one group. So if we have group 1, which we call integrity, the very first group is called integrity, it has one baker, one electrician, one car manufacturer, one person selling computer parts. Now that exclusivity creates a safe environment for business owners to work together. So that first group which we started has over 67 members. The second group we started in 2017 has over 80 members. But what you find is that in each of those groups, there is exclusivity for the business that is represented there, and that allows people to collaborate instead of compete. Okay. And it also creates a safe space for them to then share their business contacts, their networks, and to work together on different projects. Okay,
so I'm intrigued to hear success stories from one of the groups.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll share many. The first is at the recent wedding, the royal wedding for the Kabaka. For the Busoga. Yes. So what happened is we did have BNI members serving together. We had Bake For Me, which did the cake. Exceed Catering provided some of the food. We then had Paramount Studios doing the video. But how did this all come about? We had the decoration was done by Eye Candy, again part of BNI. So you're able to find that within this group, people cross-refer and open opportunities for others. But one example I will give is Bake For Me, which is big brand, baking brand.
Yeah, we keep ordering.
You keep ordering, yes.
Yeah.
And during lockdown, they were looking for suppliers for ovens, and they were able to connect with suppliers in India and China, and they were able to actually get products delivered and the actual machinery sent through. And of course, they were even able to get preferential terms. For example, when the goods arrived, only then were they expected to pay. Oh, wow. And those linkages continue to create value for not just Bake For Me, but all the people who go to the Bake For Me Academy. Because every time they graduate students, they need equipment. So now that has created a synergy. Okay. That's one actual example I can give from the ground down.
Business Network International, 9 years later, you choose to now put up an expo. Why now?
Why now? All right. So last year, interestingly, we did a business conference. We had business owners from 10 countries. Largely Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, but also Middle East, Asia, and a lot of the public were asking us, can we come? Can we come and be part of this? Can we come and see what you're doing? And unfortunately, at that time, we were not able to open it up because we were engaging, we were, building relationships amongst, our members and members from across. So this year...
Oh, so it was BNI Uganda, BNI
Kenya, BNI Tanzania.
It was exclusive.
Yes,
right.
Very exclusive. And then BNI members from across the world. But India, Asia, and just creating that opportunity for members in Uganda to tap into those networks. Okay. So this year, we actually opened it up. One, I mentioned that we're the best kept secret. So coming at the expo, you will see all those 350 businesses. People say, is it true, that these businesses actually exist? Yes, they do. You will see them. You will see them, the different sectors you're talking about, the different categories, the different, the nature of business owners. Also, you have some young entrepreneurs, you have some very mature businesses, 20 years plus, and they're in different sectors. The second thing that you will see when you come to the expo is, again, for a lot of us in business, there's that conflict between government, public sector, private sector. So we've brought on board public sector players. For example, the Uganda Investment Authority with the one-stop center is going to come and talk to us about what opportunities are there that local businesses can tap into. We also have the Uganda Export Promotion Board, again going to talk to us about how do we create value, add value to our products, how do we export products and services. Then we have Petroleum Authority of Uganda, again going to talk about how do you tap into the National Oil Database. Because when we talk about local content, each and every one of us has an opportunity to play in that sector, but many of us are not aware we do. So that is the public sector, private sector partnership. Then we have the international arm. As I told you, BNI is an international space, and we have, again, members, business owners, decision makers from UAE, Middle East, India, and South America, and Europe. And we're saying to the public, come and explore these opportunities that are really just at your fingertips. and come and experience this.
Okay,
yes.
So a question arising in my mind is that to be an exhibitor for the BNI Expo 2024, I must be a BNI member.
Okay, so two things. One, we do have some commercial institutions, a platinum sponsor, NCBA Bank, and two other financial institutions are going to be there. So we're also trying to create, through this expo, access to finance. Let's have those conversations and let's see how these financial institutions can partner with us moving forward. Mm-hmm. The second thing is that when it comes to exhibitions, yes, you will have the BNI members, but we have also allowed some external third parties to come in and exhibit alongside. Some of them, their businesses focus on business coaching and business support, and we believe that there will be value for members of the public to come through, and others provide unique products and services which we want to showcase alongside our members' businesses. So, but the bulk of the exhibitors are BNI exhibitors, BNI members, and the BNI groups.
Okay. Is there terms and conditions for those that are in third party?
The main terms and conditions really are that you must be a business which the public and a business owner can benefit from knowing about or getting benefit of your products or services. So we're looking for unique exhibitors, we're looking for unique, but serving the business community, providing a product or service to the business community.
Okay, let's talk about traction. Who do you intend to target for this particular expo?
Okay, thank you, Priscilla. So for this particular expo, we're looking for that entrepreneur who's saying, how do I start? Where do I start? Come and meet entrepreneurs, come and meet business owners who have started and are successful and are working together to even grow further. We're looking for that student who is saying, what does my career hold? Where do I go? Because we are going to actually run specific clinics talking about transitioning, career growth, talking about positioning yourself as a young person coming into either the workforce or going into entrepreneurship. Then we're looking for that seasoned business owner, because we know business is lonely. We know that business is tough, especially in this economy. And we're saying, come alongside and see how we can collaborate, come and meet qualified business partners that you can engage. And then lastly, we're looking for everybody who is interested in understanding how can I thrive in this space, because we have government on board also, and we're saying to them where the opportunities, how can we actually tap into these opportunities, and they're going to be available to speak to us and engage us.
Okay. Follow-up questions. One, what's the cost of exhibiting at the BNI Expo 2024? And then two, what's the cost of entrance for me that is coming to, learn and experience the different exhibitors and have that interaction and connection? And then three, at the end of the day, through the theme, connecting businesses, creating opportunities, what do you hope will come out of this expo?
Right. First, I will speak to the fact that we are there for 2 days at the showgrounds in the Blue Hall, in the exhibition hall, and 31st, which is Friday this week, and then 1st, which is Saturday. Both days, it's a cost of 10,000 Uganda shillings. So 10,000 if you come on Friday, 10,000 if you come on Saturday. The cost for exhibiting for non-BNI members is about 3.5 million, which is not a big one in light of the fact that you have all those businesses ready to talk to you. And then when it comes to the theme, for many businesses which operate in isolation, the reality is that if you step out and meet other business owners, you will be able to learn from them, you will be able to collaborate with them, and you will be able to grow your business. So the main thing is that, one, we want to introduce the businesses in BNI to the public as a trusted source of reliable and credible business partners, because these businesses are vetted, these businesses are tested, and these businesses are accountable in this community. And then the second thing is we want, through the public sector, to understand and appreciate what opportunities are there for local players in this economy that they can tap into. And then lastly, for the public, I think knowledge is power. One, are you aware that there's so many businesses that you can try, you can venture into? Come and experience them. We have mechanics who are doing professional business. We have people selling computer parts. We have people running schools. We have people running graphics work. You know, I'm talking to the Muntu Wawansi and the one who's running a $100 million business. Both of you, there's an opportunity to connect with credible and reliable business partners that you can grow together with.
Okay, exhibitor slots, do you still have some space there? And how do I, extend my 3.5 million Ugandan shillings? Do I carry it cash, or what are the payment methods?
Yes.
But even at entrance for the 10,000 shillings, yes, will there be alternative ways of paying that 10,000?
Oh, thank you. So if you follow our social media handles on Twitter, BNI Uganda, on LinkedIn, BNI Uganda, TikTok and Instagram, there will be instructions on how you can register for, one, the expo, so that you don't have to pay at the door. You pay your 10,000 online. There's a link which will be provided, which has been provided, and then there's a QR code which you can scan. And then the second one is that for exhibitors, if you go onto that space, you'll actually be able to see a contact. There are two contacts, Eva and Leila. They will be able to connect you and bring you in. Yeah. Okay. You can also pay at the door. So for both days, Friday and Saturday, you'll be able to pay at the door and get in without any.
All right. Looking at their Twitter handle, BNI Uganda, you do have some of its members that are committing to be there. Very interesting members that you do have. But of course, you can find out who is who and who's going to be there through the social media platforms. At the end of the day, we want to follow up with, after the expo, then what? Okay. That's one. And then two, for someone who may feel like they're late for the expo, but have piqued interest in the Network International, Business Network International, how can they be part of the network? How can they join the network? Because you mentioned something about vetting.
Yes, yes.
So how do you vet?
Okay, so first of all, what the expo, then what? Three things. One, we are running business clinics. These clinics are targeted at people in business, on helping them. So you can come in and ask questions, but we'll also have very targeted business clinics around, for example, using media in your business. How do you leverage social media? How do you leverage content, video and voice content for your media? We're going to talk about customer care. How do you make sure that you keep your customers and you actually work with them? We're going to talk about soft skills in business. How do you, as a business owner, ensure that you're continuing to grow? So there'll also be a strategy session. So during the expo, somebody will be able to walk away with actually tips that they can go and apply in their business. The second element is that we're seeing this expo as a touch point for anybody who's coming through. One, touch point for BNI. We'll have a desk there. We'll be talking about how to support people, but also touch point with government, with the Uganda Investment Authority, with the Export Promotion Board, and with the other agencies that will be there. And then lastly, we're looking at it as also a touch point, for example, for our financial partners, especially our platinum partner. How do you further these conversations to make sure that you're actually able to thrive in this economy? Okay. So we expect that you walk away with tips on how you can actually go and implement, but also walk away with resources, with people, with connections that you can build up on. And then in terms of the very last question of how do you engage with BNI, again, please go to our portal, bniuganda.com, and once there, you'll be able to see how you can visit a chapter. The easiest way is to find us at the expo. We will have the front desk somewhere. You can talk to us about visiting a group. But if you're online, if you're coming into Kampala, if you're not in Kampala now, visit our portal at bniuganda.com and you will see how to find a group that you can visit. And we're open 12 months of the year, so you should be able to find us.
Okay, all right. I know that you're also doing something as of this morning with Afande Kasinje, Retirement Life After Work. Tell us about that.
So that's one of our groups, and that particular group is called BNI Legacy. And the group is talking about how do we create a legacy in our businesses beyond us. And you know, the retired Mr. Kasinje is just going to talk about transitioning, because there's business, there's the employment, there's business, but then what next? And for business owners, it's important we begin to have those conversations, because no matter how long you want to hold on to those reins, at a certain point, you have to let them go.
But the business shouldn't die because you let them go. And you shouldn't be pressured to stay long simply because you're worried that after you it won't be any other business. All right. Of course, you do have cool furniture in the integrity chapter that you talked about. I also do have someone here, Theron Events Excellence chapter. Oh, these are going to be proud partners and service providers there. You do have a whole BNI Abundance Power team. Okay, all right. These are quite intriguing. You do have Girls for Girls Champions chapter. All these are proud members and proud to be associated with Business Network International. At the end of the day, as we conclude this conversation, Diana, what would you want to encourage the business community in Uganda to do, and how can they expand themselves through such networks?
Okay, thank you. The first thing I want to encourage the business community, that there will always be, there are solutions to problems, but when you come together, it's easier to find those solutions. It's easier to lobby together, it's easier to advocate together, and it's easier to take action together. Now, BNI, given its 30 years of experience and across the world, and its global networks and connections, it's easy to learn from the principles, from the lessons, from the experiences. And given our 9 years experience in Uganda, it's easy to walk alongside business owners and support them to grow their business. So there's an easy way. Don't do it alone. And then for the public, I always say, as I mentioned, knowledge is power. Come and expose yourself. As I mentioned, we'll have business clinics, but you'll also meet these entrepreneurs, you'll meet these business owners, you'll meet these seasoned business owners who've been in business more than 20 years, and you don't want to miss this opportunity because they're right here at your fingertips and you can tap into them. And then with the public sector, we can never get rid of the government. It is there to regulate, it is there to, to build, protect. And if you're if you're in the business community, you need to come and talk to some of these regulators. We have Uganda Registration Services Bureau. We're going to be talking about insolvency. How do you transition your business? Liquidation. Some of these words are big, but they apply to you because given the circumstances, you need to plan even for your business's continuity. So come and be exposed, come and learn from other people, and it's only 10,000 shillings. That's an investment in yourself that is worth making.
Okay, Nisima tukusima mnonga, for the work you do. Something that she hasn't told you, she is actually a lawyer, and then one day she goes to Kenya for a convention on business. So that's where she gets to interface with the Business Network International, and that's how her life was transformed 9 years ago. And today she's helping other businesses, 300 plus businesses, also take on the same channel of formalizing themselves, expanding and opening their doors to bigger markets, and also attracting as much business as possible in order to create that continuity, so that even when you are in retirement age, through BNI, you can be able to thrive as a business. At the end of the day, no man is an island. Allow me to edit that to say no business should be an island. Together, we definitely can achieve and meet our goals and objectives as different entities from different sectors. That's their commitment. So turn to their social media platforms for more details on the expo and how you too can be a member of this organization. For now, we take a short breather. More conversations coming your way. To stay with us.